So coming up in this video, I go birding to try and get back in the eBird top 3. I meet a Joe Scorey, a birder who's actually overtaken me in the eBird rankings. I then go and look for as many rarities as I can in different counties, and while doing so come across a few spring migrants to add to my year lists. So I've not been too well over the last week, nothing serious, just a cold. So the birding's been a bit slow. I've just been checking the eBird rankings and I'm actually down to 5th and 9 birds away from the person I was joint with in 2nd place. Plus there's also been a few new contenders as well. So anyway, I'm feeling a little bit better now, so I'm going to go out and see how many birds I can get to catch up. So to catch up on the eBird rankings, I've come to a spot which has got a really diverse range of habitat and a good number of birds here at Keyhaven Marshes, and it is absolutely a stunning place to be. It's a lovely day too, so let's see what I can find. So as suspected and hoped, there is a good variety of birds here. We've just seen a peregrine come over and chase a few birds off, but there's redshank, there's godwit, there's shelduck, there's widgeon, there's teal, loads and loads of birds. No year ticks yet, but definitely having a good time. So just right below me, there's these cute little ducklings just running around, which is awesome. We've also got about 7 whimbrel out to the other side with ring plover and turnstone, which is cool. There is quite a lot of different birds here. I had a pintail earlier as well, which was cool for this time of year, but still no year ticks, but I'll keep trying. So finally I have got a year tick, first one of the day. There's a wind chat out here. I'm trying to get it in the camera, but it keeps flying every time I get it. It's also quite far away, so it won't come out very well, but yeah, it's a good tick. I was hoping to get a few more than one, but there's still a little bit of time to see if I can get some more. So just out here is a lovely drake eider duck as well. Really good views, but yeah, we can't stay too much longer actually. My wife's hurt her ankle a little bit, so we're gonna head home a little bit early. So good job we did get that wind chat. That was a cool bird, but yeah, I'm sure I'll be back here soon enough. So that eider duck is a really cool bird to see, and it's an interesting bird too, because it gives us the name eiderdown. And also eider ducks in some documentations is believed to be the fastest flying bird in the world. Obviously the peregrine falcon is when it's diving and using gravity, but there is a little bit of debate if birds were flying in a straight line, which is quite a difficult thing to measure because typically they don't do that. And there is some literature that says eider duck is actually even faster. I mean, I think most people, general consensus is the peregrine falcon is the fastest bird in the world, but eider duck is one of those candidates as well. So I've got my bird of the day so far. It was a little bit quick for me, so I don't think I got it on camera much, but hopefully you can see it flying off. Dartford warbler just sat up right in front of us, super close. Amazing little bird. It's actually the second one we've seen today, and both of them have been absolutely brilliant views in the sun. I'm just too slow on the camera. What I need is someone to come with me and take videos for me while I concentrate on the birding and doing the videos. But there we go, can't have everything. Got a nice little seal here just out of the water, which is really cool. Not a bird, but a beautiful thing to see. So that's a wrap for now, but it's been a good, nice morning walk, except for Sarah's poor ankle. But yeah, plenty more birds coming up in this video, I'm sure. So we couldn't spend long at Keyhaven yesterday because my wife hurt her foot. Luckily, she is feeling a little bit better today. So in between a farm survey that I'm doing for the RSPB, I am going to look for a few birds, as always, and see if I can catch up on the 7 places I dropped in the eBird table this week. So first stop, a place called Langford Lakes, which is probably my most likely local patch in Wiltshire. Well, I'm here at Langford Lakes just for a very quick stop before my survey, and take a look at this. It's nice and early in the morning and you've got all the mist off the water. I don't know if you can see that too well, but it just looks beautiful. Really, really cool. Well, I have just heard a garden warbler further up in amongst many blackcaps, which is cool. So that's a year tick on the list. But I might have a problem here, because in the path there's these two Canada geese and they don't look like they want me to cross. So I'll have to be a bit careful. I don't want to disturb them. I don't want them to disturb me either. Well, being here this early in the morning, there is just loads of bird song. Bit of frost on the ground. Oh, hang on. Just had a little ring plover flying about, which is cool. The first for Wiltshire this year. And I think it might be a garden warbler singing right in front of me. Yeah. It sort of almost sounds like a blackcap, but underwater is how I remember it. I can see it too. Yeah, it's just flown. Typical. So right down here on the island is a year tick for me. Probably the most likely year tick I could get this year. But it's a common sandpiper, which is really cool. Yeah, first one I've seen all year, and we're in mid-April now. I mean, more of them are coming in this year. They're not that common in the winter, but they do get seen, and it is still quite surprising. I haven't seen one yet. Also got my first video of the year of sedge warbler here. It's not a year tick. I have seen them, but only recorded the calls, not the actual bird. So that's cool. Doing well. So that's 3 birds added. Oh, there's a green sandpiper as well. 3 birds added in this video, and considering I was 9 behind second place, and second place is where I originally was, yeah, that's good. I'm starting to make a bit of a comeback, but still quite a long way to go. So let's see what else we can find. It's right here behind the Canada goose. You can see the rarest bird I've seen today, ring-necked duck. That's not a year tick, because I saw it here on day 1 of the year. It's been hanging around for ages. It's certainly a bird that's increasing in numbers in Britain as well, but it is a North American duck species, and it's a really cool bird to see. Now, next month will be a really cool video. I'm looking forward to this. I'm doing a video on Global Big Day, for eBird Global Big Day. I'm focusing on the Wiltshire area, and I'm going to try and see as many bird species as I can in just a single day. And I'm really hoping this bird sticks around. Could be a really good one to get on Global Big Day. Fantastic. Last year, Wiltshire alone, so a landlocked county with no coast, we've got 102 species, and that's the target to try and beat this year. But it's going to be a tough one to beat. I saw this bird a few years ago. My initial reaction was it was very unusual, like a lesser scorp or something, but actually it's a hybrid between pochard and tufted buck. Well, that's a wrap for now. Good birds. 2 birds added today and 1 yesterday, with wind chat yesterday, common sandpiper and garden warbler added today, which is really cool. Happy with that. 3 more, a lot more to come. So I'm here at Steart Marshes, sorry about the wind, to try and get some more ticks. There's been a couple of good birds here, and I got a tick already. As soon as I opened the car door, a swift flew over, so that's 1 tick. But I'm hoping, because the last couple of days there's been black-winged stilt here, so that would be a UK lifer for me. But let's go and see if I can find it. Well, I've not really been to this spot before. A brief stop before I ruined my car last time I was in this area. It's absolutely crawling with reed warblers, which is fantastic. Yeah, and it looks like a really nice place too. So I've just spoken to the wardens, and the stilt has not been seen at the location that I'm at. They're going to check the rest of the reserve to see if it's moved, but this isn't a good sign. So I'm here at Steart Marsh hoping for those stilts, but no sign of the stilts today, according to the ranger and a few other people. And I was also, as my backup plan, hoping for a curlew sandpiper, and there's no sign of that either. So I'm very happy with my Swift, don't get me wrong, but and there's still time as well. The tide is coming up a little bit further, so I'm hoping that might push a wader in. But there is some good birds out here. There's some really close little ring plovers. There's a spotted redshank out there. There's quite a good variety of birds flying about, but yeah, still no stilts. So that Swift puts me up to 218 species. I'm just checked though that I'm still 5th in the eBird rankings. So still a little bit of a way to go to try and claw myself back up the ladder. So just as I was walking up to this hide, I have just seen a yellow wagtail fly over my head. I'm going to try and look a little bit harder to see if I can get some video footage of this one. But it is quite a vast, expansive area to search through, and it could have ultimately landed anywhere here. But it is a Yitik, so that's 219. Yeah, it's frustrating when you drive 2 hours to see 2 birds and don't get any of them. It does happen. Obviously I'm really happy with Swift and yellow wagtail, but yeah, I would have really liked to have got curlew sandpiper and black-winged stilt, because they're going to be a lot harder this year, and they were the ones I was targeting. So just in here, I just saw it move and heard it singing. There's a lesser whitethroat. Hopefully it's going to sing again. Go on. There you go. Hopefully you get that. Try and get a bit closer. There you go. Hopefully you can hear that. Well, I could see him moving through the trees, but unfortunately I couldn't get him on video, and as usual I'm against the clock. But what a cool bird to add to our list. Another one. That's 3 today and 6 for the video, which is cool. I'm excited by that. Lesser whitethroat is one of my favourite warblers, and I love their song. And I had a little look to see if there'd been any lesser whitethroat sightings in this area, and there hadn't, on eBird at least, so I feel like I'm quite lucky to get them. So as I had no luck on the stilts from the hides, I had a chat with the ranger, and if you walk along the riverbank you've actually got a slightly better view, although more distant, of more terrain. So if this stilt is hiding out somewhere that people can't see from the hide, hopefully I'll get it from here. So behind this hedgerow looks like it's going to be the viewpoint, and it really is a case of now or never for these stilts. Hopefully no one's seen them, I'm the first one here, and my plan works. Chances are that won't happen. Well, there's some godwit out there, some cattle egret, loads of shelduck, a wheatear flying around, lots of good birds, but unfortunately no stilts or curlew sandpiper. So, but I'm happy with the 3 ticks I have got today. None of them were the targets, but all of them good birds and important for the year. Well, I just looked at the eBird rankings, and that puts me back up to 5th, which isn't too bad considering I went down to 7th the other day. It's been quite a big effort to make up for the fact that I was ill, but I'm happy with how it's going. God, it's windy here, sorry about that. Well, another tick's just come flying in, not one I expected either. A male red start, beautiful bird, absolutely fantastic. Gotta love a red start. Couple of wheatears buzzing round as well, but yeah, that's excellent. That's the 4th tick of the day, and while I may not have got either of the 2 that I was hoping for, I've definitely got some brilliant consolation, and that red start's probably my bird of the day, maybe even my bird of the video. Let's see, there's still 1 or 2 more places to come up later on in this video. So it's another day, and I am a little bit disappointed about some of the rare birds I've been missing. So this isn't actually a birding day for me, typically. This is a gym day. But to make up for my losses, I'm popping out after the gym to see if I can find something in Hampshire, Testwood Lakes, that was seen yesterday. It's not been reported today, so no guarantees it's still around, but it would be a wood sandpiper, which I typically don't see very often. Normally about one a year, so let's go and see if I can find this one. So I've just spoken to a couple of other birders, and they haven't seen this wood sandpiper. One of the times I went to look for it, it had gone the next day, so that's quite possibly the case today. But yeah, that's not a good sign, and given the fact that this trip is designed to make up for some dips I've had this week, maybe another dip isn't actually going to help my mental state. That's not really true. I'm not too bothered, I enjoyed bird watching regardless, but it would be nice to actually get one of my main targets. And there's still a few other birds that I'm missing, common birds that I'm missing for the year, that I could potentially pick up with to move myself back up the rankings. I think I'm 2 birds behind 4th at the moment, when I checked this morning, if that's still the case. So yeah, let's see if I can restore myself in the top 4. It's a lovely little walk into these Testwood Lakes, and supposedly there's some hides too, so a bit of comfort for a change. So the other common birds that I could potentially see at this spot would be common tern, which is quite surprising. I haven't seen one up until now. Or a cuckoo. Could hear a cuckoo. That would also be another one too. So yeah, hopefully there's at least something easy, even if this wood sandpiper's not here. But I'm not going to give up. Just because they haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not there. Well, there's a hide up ahead here, so that's a good spot, and supposedly the bird was seen from the hide. So here's the spot. Just having a look out here. No wood sandpipers as yet. So the guy next to me has just spotted a wader. I've just got my scope on it, and it is actually the wood sandpiper. Yeah, incredible, another tick. I thought I was on a run of dips right now, but I've just added one, and I'm over the moon about this one. So, got the wood sandpiper, which is awesome, but I've also now got some common terns as well, just sitting on the posts over here and flying around. That's really cool. So I think that is, what, 223 species for the year, which is absolutely fantastic. It's certainly a number I didn't think I would be on in April. I really didn't. But yeah, 223. Come on. And just out here as well, you've got great white egret, little ring plovers too, and a few redshank dotted around. So assuming no one else has got any other ticks, that puts me joint 4th. So I've definitely climbed a few places this week. Now I'm fit and back together again. But yeah, that wood sandpiper's a cracker. Love that. Even if it was a glimpse of a view before it went back behind the grass. I had a thought that it would stick around just because it's so windy, and typically if a bird turns up, it'll stay put for a while it's windy. And I'm right, which I like being right. And you've got this sand martin hide as well. Sand martin, what do you call it? Block? Yeah, this is called the sand martin hide that I'm in. That's why I'm getting confused. But yeah, plenty of sand martins about, and a few house martins scattered amongst them as well, which is nice. And in this pool too, there's a sneaky snipe. That's just appeared. This little random pool in between 2 lakes has got wood sandpiper, redshank, little ring plover and snipe, and it's a tiny little place. There's also gulls, lapwings in there as well. I mean, that's the place to be if you're a wader. And yeah, it just goes to show you just look a little bit harder, stay a little bit longer, and you never know what can appear. So I'm sitting in this hide, and I'm pretty sure I've been here before. I think this was one of the first places I ever went bird watching with, when I was young, the Young Ornithologist group. So we're talking over 25 years ago. And I remember sitting in this hide and seeing my first ever house martins and sand martins, which is exactly what I'm doing now. It's just really cool to watch. Anyway, this is a non-birding day, so better scoot. Yeah, good all round. Another 2 ticks. That's quite a lot for this video, actually. What are we on now? Like 9 or something? 9 ticks. Right, so it's the last day of this video, and I really have been going at it to try and get back in the top 5. I'm actually joint 4th at the moment, and if I get one more, I'll be 3rd. So that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. And I'm also going to be meeting that person that I'm joint 4th with a little bit later on. Well, I'm here now in Berkshire, Greenham Common, and this is definitely a place I haven't been since I was a kid, and it's nice to be back. I'm on my way to Hose Hill Lake to meet Joe, the new contender for my eBird list. The part of the reason why I was knocked down the league table a few days ago, and now we're level on birds. So yeah, be good to have a chat with him and about how his year's going and some of the bird activities that he's been up to over the last few years. But for now, I'm focusing on trying to find a few more year ticks for myself. Potentials here would be hobby or cuckoo. Early hobby or early cuckoo. So let's have a look around and see what we can find. Well, red kite's always a nice bird. That's cool to see. Yeah, before I set out on this video, I really just wanted to try and get back in the top 5. So one more bird to put me 3rd, clear 3rd, not joint 3rd, is exceeding my expectations. I thought that I was too far behind to catch up, but it's been a lot of hard work this week. A lot of birds, a lot of time birding, a lot of misses as well. There's been a lot going on. But I've done my absolute best, and I can't really do any more than that. I think I deserve a rest after this. He says that, but my rest won't actually exist, because of course next week I'll need to do another video. And I'm looking forward to it, despite how I'm talking. I am actually looking forward to it. I love birding. I never want it to end. Well, you've definitely got to appreciate common birds as well, and this jackdaw in the sun just looks absolutely stunning. Look at it. All those kind of grey washes, not just a black bird with a grey head. It's got quite a lot of different tones to it, and it's great to see them up close in the sun. Well, just ahead of me there's quite a recognisable bird calling, singing. First one I've heard in quite a long time, and it's stopped. There we go. Maybe you might recognise what this bird is. It's a nightingale. Well, I just saw it. It flew in this bush just here, but it's not really coming out for a video, I don't think. Now you've got a garden warbler singing, but the nightingale's just gone. Yeah, it's just gone. That's it. That's my nightingale experience. But what a cool one it was. I could see its kind of orangey coloured tail. Oh, I can see the garden warbler at the moment. So I'm meeting Joe very shortly, and I'm really excited to meet him because he sounds like a really interesting young guy. So yeah, just sitting here in the pub, waiting for him to join us. We were actually going to go looking for a nightingale. We are going to go looking for a nightingale, even though I've just seen one. I probably shouldn't have done that, but there we go. So yeah, tell me a little bit about your listing so far, like this year versus last year.
So it's going really well this year. It was really good. Last year I ended up on 265, but already this year I'm at 225. So I'm really not far, and I think I might even go further than 265 this year in England. I'm not sure yet, but we've had some great birds and some great lifers that I hadn't had last year, which I wasn't expecting. I was thinking that with all the great birds we had last year that I would have not got any this year, but we've had like some killdeer, woodchat shrike, blue throat. That's one of the most recent ones. So yeah, it's been really good so far.
So 225, one ahead of me. That's an amazing list. Well done. And what's more incredible about it is that you're doing it while you're doing your GCSEs at the moment as well. Like, how do you fit that in?
I don't really know. At the start of the year we were thinking it was going to be a bit of a write-off and we weren't going to get anywhere near to last year, but we've just kind of, every opportunity we've had, we've been out bird watching, and it's been phenomenal. I said it right. It's been a bit nuts, the amount of stuff we've seen. Wasn't expecting it at all, but yeah, it's been quite the juggle at some points, but every other weekend and Thursday, so after school has been, we're out birding. I think, yes, planning is probably the most important thing that we've found so far, is planning where the best place to go is without driving a million miles just to see one bird. It's trying to fit loads of things all in at once and trying to get as many birds as possible.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, I certainly kind of feel it with you doing a year myself as well, and it's quite interesting that we're quite close as well, one ahead of me. I mean, are you feeling confident?
Oh, I don't know. You are going to some nice locations that I think, we might have some struggles, but you never know. We'll see what turns up, I reckon.
Exactly. I'd quite like this to be a friendly rather than unfriendly rivalry. Please. Yeah. I think that's the best way. It can get a bit obsessive otherwise, eh? You are also involved in trying to send a message out to get natural history into schools.
Yes. So if the natural history GCSE is passed, then I think it can steadfast the next generation of conservationists, because at the end of the day, the generation we've got now of conservationists are eventually gonna go, and we need that next generation to protect our British birds, because as we know, a lot of our birds that used to be common are now threatened due to habitat loss, food loss, predation, all of that, those issues. So I think it's really important that if we get that next generation, they will be able to help sort these issues and then help get these birds safe and keep their numbers steady.
I think that's a really interesting thing, having lived in New Zealand, where it is a little bit of a bigger part of the curriculum, particularly in primary school ages, and the attitude towards conservation and looking after the local wildlife there does seem even, dare I say, even like stronger than it does in the UK. So I think that probably would make a difference. So education, you think, will make a huge difference?
I think the most alarming thing for me is that most people in my school wouldn't be able to know what a robin looks like, and it's like, that's really crazy to me, the fact that it's like one of our most common bird species, people won't even know what that looks like. And I think that really highlights the issue in the fact that people aren't connected to nature, and if they aren't connected, they're not going to be able to help save it.
Let's talk a little bit about Birder then. So obviously you've got the hat on, and tell me a little bit about Birder and what that's about.
So for people unaware, Birder is an app where you list your bird species that you see. We met the team, at Global Bird Fair last year, and since then we've got a good working relationship with them. We've led a couple of walks for them, and we're planning to do more in the future. We think they're a really good app because it's user friendly, it's beginner friendly, and it's really an easy way to get your sightings, and then you can see your life list, your month list, your day lists, everything like that, and it's a really user friendly app.
Yeah, I think that easy to use, and I think the thing that it does for me, bringing people into the hobby from a different angle, where some people, or a lot of people, coming to it through more of a sciencey, academic route. I think that what this does is almost adds a layer of gamification, which I think is really cool. It certainly appeals to the challenge-based bird watching that I do on my channels. You know, there's different lists you can do with monthly lists, year lists, London lists, regional lists, and you can even set up your own little challenges that other people can compete with as well. So it's really got that interactive social aspect of it as well.
Yeah, I would also say it's really good because you can have your expert bird watchers who have been doing it for 40 years, but you can also have people that just want to know a bit more about birds, and you can put the beginners can, if they don't know what a bird is, they can put up a post and you get the experts commenting, and it's all very community based and very friendly atmosphere. So I think it's a really positive app for the future of conservation.
Yeah, and you're also involved with Curlew Action as well. So do you want to just talk to me a little bit about Curlew Action and what that's about?
Yes, so we are Curlew Action ambassadors as of November last year. Yeah. And they are a charity aimed at saving the curlews from extinction. Unfortunately, curlews in the UK face all sorts of issues that are threatening them, from habitat loss to food shortage. And like we see this in both of their main habitats. So in the summers, they are on the moors, and in the winters, they're on salt marshes. And both of those are very declining habitats. And the charity is there to stop and raise money for curlew conservation, and it's really important because they are on the threat of extinction within the next 30 years if they don't stop it. And I think it's really key because it's a classic British bird that we are losing from our shores.
Obviously, I'll put a link in the description of this video as well. And is there anything that like people can do to help either with the education in schools or the Curlew Action? Like, what's the best action that people can take?
So the best action for people who aren't necessarily bird watchers and just want to help is petitions. Petitions is the easiest way to stop government action that could be causing issues for our birds. It's a way of showing support, and it's also a way that kind of disables people from threatening our species. It's user friendly, it's easy to do, and you can just do it from your phone, and it's really simple and it's effective.
So yeah, obviously, like you've been on a lot of twitches as well. You mentioned a few, like the woodchat shrike, etc. Like, what does twitching look like for you? Like, and how does it? How do you get there? Because obviously you're not driving at the moment.
So I have my my driver here. So we go to kind of localised or doable twitches, as it were. We don't like to go all the way off to like Yorkshire to see some mega. That's just not kind of our thing, because we think that takes the fun out of it. We do see a lot with the twitchers and the people at these twitches that they get very stressed if they don't see the bird.
I'm trying not to be like that.
And we do think that it takes the joy out of it, and I think it's that connection to nature that we as bird watchers have. I think that should be kind of preserved rather than being in a rush and being so dead set on just seeing the bird, because we've heard people saying that it's ruined their day and all this sort of stuff, and we like to go for like on a trip rather than going for one bird. So like, let's just say if there's like a lifer, and we'll try and find places in the local area to get year ticks as well, rather than just going straight from home there. We'll stop somewhere on the way and we'll just make sure that we're incorporating birding as well as twitching, as it were. But it's always enjoyable when you get one of those really rare birds that shouldn't be here, and it is, and it's quite incredible to see some of the birds that are like from America or wherever they're from, and they turn up on our shores and in council estates before. So it's quite kind of insane to see what we've seen. I mean, we had a hoopoe very local to us on a council estate, wasn't it? I think the other day. So that's kind of should be the joy of it.
So, like when you're not bird watching, do you have any hobbies? Do you have time for any other hobbies?
Well, I do wildlife photography. But
bird watching.
Yeah, I'm quite into my music, and I am a ordinary teenager as well as being a bird watcher, because surprisingly bird watching isn't the most fashionable teenage activity. So I've got my own other interests and hobbies and outside, but bird watching is my main thing because I want to make it my career. So yeah.
Nice. Well, good. Well, yeah, definitely good luck with that.
Yeah.
And what I appreciate, we're both from the same hometown as
Yeah.
well. I was born in Basingstoke too, and that's where you're from. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's quite funny how things work out, isn't it?
I can see myself in you, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think what we'll do now is we'll go for a little walk and we'll have a bit more of a chat and we'll see if we can find some birds, but for both our lists.
Yeah.
You up for that, Joe?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
So we're having a little walk around Hose Hill Lake. Is it Hose Hill?
Yes.
Hose Hill Lake. There's been nightingales seen, so hopefully I can get a better view than the one I did earlier. Also, hobby would be potential, and we've just seen some common terns, and there's loads of black terns going through at the moment, so definitely we'll keep an eye out for those, or that's probably a massive long shot, but you never know. Anything about?
Great crested grebes. We've just had an oyster catcher, which is quite surprising, and a reed warbler in this reed bed here. So nice little selection.
Oh, the reed warbler's going now. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice.
You got something, Joe?
Potentially, we've got the nightingale calling. We're not too sure yet, but hopefully, fingers crossed.
Well, let's go and take a look, eh? I can't hear it. Oh, yeah, I can. So somewhere in here, there is a nightingale, but it's not being as loud as the other one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it must be quite deep in the trees.
Whereabouts, though?
Nightingale is up here. At least, well, how many you reckon there are?
I reckon there's 3.
You reckon there's 3 singing? Cool. So we've just got red-crested potsherds.
Yes,
Not
yes.
a tick for you.
No, we've had 2 at Amwell Quarry in Hertfordshire, and we had 1 on our local patch at Blashford. But no, it's always nice to see a male red-crested pochard. So that was rather splendid. The cuckoo calling.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
two cuckoos, as it were.
You know that's going to put me level with you, right?
Yeah.
I get cuckoo.
Oh well.
So I appreciate that, but I didn't hear it. So those hearing's clearly a lot better than mine because I cannot hear this cuckoo. Cheers, Joe.
Yes, it was great birding, wasn't
Awesome.
it?
Yeah. Thanks for like pointing out the cuckoo, even though I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
hear
well,
it.
I'm sure you'll get one.
Yeah. I hope so. Anyway, yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
Well, what a video that's been. 124 species. I'm back up the table. So eBird is saying that I'm 3rd at the moment and Joe is a 4th. So we'll just have to clarify that one. But either way, I'm in the top 5. Mission complete. And what a pleasure it was to go birding with someone like Joe and his dad. Yeah, really nice end to this video. And on to more birds. So if you like these videos, please like and subscribe to the video. It goes a long way to helping me achieve my ambitions. And thank you so much for watching. Cheers.